friends, Shane Parent here, REMAX Overseas Platinum Team, and today I'm joined with my good friends.
Allison McDougall with Platinum Team.
And Kris Trajano with Platinum Team.
Hey, we're all with the Platinum Team. That's why we're on the video together. Amazing. And so, honestly, we're just trying to have a break in the chaos, to be honest, and just relax a little bit because we finished the first quarter of 2022 and it's been a bit nutter, right? And so, I've heard the word, the market is crazy, things are chaos, and not even jokingly, but people's mental health, and they're hanging on by a thread. And, it's exciting. But it's a little bit scary, and when we look at what the sellers and buyers are going through, you understand you need to have a center and be able to be that North Star for your clients, right? And so today we're having a little bit of a conversation of where things are at, and maybe where there's some opportunity, and maybe where there's a little bit of caution to kind of keep in mind. Right?
Yeah, what to expect in certain areas. Exactly,
I love it. And so, Allison, you want to start us off with a little bit of what's going on in the single family arena?
Crazy eyes.
Crazy eyes. I love it.
So what's happening in single family? If you are in a position to sell, wonderful things will happen for you. They will be somewhat chaotic though. Generally speaking, it's, the best priced properties are going exceptionally quickly. Likely multiple offers, above asking, with a lineup out the door. So that can be something to deal with when you're preparing to sell, to have that expectation set, and to set our clients up to net the best profit out of a situation like that. And then there's balancing out if you're buying and moving in this market. So in single family, lots of multiples and over asking. I think I've said that a few times now.
Yep.
So really being prepared mentally as well that you might not get the first one. You very likely might not get the first one. And it's taking some creative things that I've seen in some offers, like I was talking to a colleague of ours who offered, that the buyer would bake bread for them, or, a year free tacos.
Nice.
So in addition to, oftentimes the best price, it's, pre-booking inspections sometimes if you need, if you're doing that, but we are seeing unconditional offers as well. There are buyers coming in from Ontario and other markets that think we are a bargain and are used to over-ask offers. So that is something to be prepared for when you are buying in the single family market. There's a lot to talk about, and I don't want to dig too deep into it.
Yeah.
I guess the point is there's a lot to consider in this, and you want a professional who's able to kind of give you some scenarios on what the likelihood is of certain things, and that we can guide you and be that North Star that you referenced.
Yeah.
And we are still seeing product that if it is priced too high, because there are a lot of people looking at what's happening and thinking, oh, I'm going to throw it on and I'm going to put, an agent's making a recommendation, and then there's people throwing it on for 25, 50,000 higher. And we're starting to see some of that inventory come because people are going, I'm going to try. The market's been rough for the past few years. So now things are hot. I'm going to throw it on. So I do anticipate that we're going to see some more inventory, but we do have a shortage. And that's making it challenging.
Great. Yeah, I think you had mentioned that there are some that are not selling, and recently polled to see how many properties have expired. And at that time, I think it might have been a couple weeks ago, there were 1,200 properties year to date that tried to sell and were unsuccessful.
Right.
Now, maybe since then they listed and sold, possibly. Right? But when I was speaking to those agents, they were surprised that many properties were unsuccessful. And so there are those opportunities, right?
There definitely are those opportunities. And when looking at that, we are seeing people that are pricing them and trying it a little bit higher than they think the market will bear, and they're not moving as quickly. Now, might they after a few weeks? Perhaps, but we're still going to see inventory increasing. So there are lots of opportunities, and it's knowing what your threshold is, both for price and some stress, because it can be a bit of a emotional tug.
Let's talk some numbers.
Yes, thank you. So numbers will tell you something, but it's a moving target right now. So average days on market for single family is about 27. I'm sure everyone's heard that the average price for single families over 500, which I don't think we've ever seen in Edmonton. Inventory levels are up about 44% over last month. So we are seeing those numbers increase, but sales are also quite high.
So Kris, tell us what's going on in the condo end of things here in Edmonton.
So on the condo end of things, we're getting actually the overflow of home purchases wanting to now invest in condos. Actually, we're on par from last year's condo days on market, but we are seeing a lot more inventory in the condo market, I'd say in the last month. I personally have been in multiples for condos in these last couple of weeks, so we're seeing a lot of movement in them. And we're seeing condos going for list priced as well, as long as they're priced properly and that they're in good show condition.
Good. And we haven't seen that for quite some time, several years. The condo market's been very stale. I mean, even last year I reduced our own condo that we lived in. We had to reduce it over 40,000 just to get the eyeballs on it. And so real estate is timing, right? A lot to it. We don't regret, because the property we purchased is up substantially as well, so that's great for us. But it's nice to see now that the condo market is moving. So maybe those people that got stuck with a condo as a investment by default now might be a time to revisit that and see if they continue to want to be an investor or a landlord, right? So could see some of that being a good time. And so price wise, what are we seeing?
You know what? Condos have actually increased just under 9% from last year. So there's an indication there that condos are actually moving now.
Cool. Yay for condos.
Yay,
They've had a rough run.
You're welcome.
Right.
That's great. And so let's celebrate the high low. Go ahead.
I'm gonna do single family first.
Sure.
So so what can you get for single family in Edmonton? In Parkdale, there was a place that went for 137,000.
Sweet.
Probably a knockdown. It was an as is where is, but 137 grand can get you a lot. Pocket change. Maybe you could fix that one up. And then in terms of the high end, there was a beautiful one in Glenora that sold. 3,900 square feet, 2-story. It was built in 2017. So not one of the old architectural ones in Glenora, one of the newer ones. And it sold for 2.8 million on 130th Street there.
Love it.
Yeah.
And on the condo end?
Well, on the condo end, I'll start on the high because it's kind of behind your 2.8, but not. The high condo that sold actually was a downtown condo in a luxurious complex, and it sold for 1.2.
That was in the Legends, right?
That was in the Legends.
Oh,
it was a 2-bedroom and very, very spacious at almost 1,400 square feet. So, do you like a backyard or do you not?
Yeah.
For me, it seems small, right? But
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Cool.
Love it.
But then we go on to the low end of condos, and this one's super, super affordable. It's also spacious if you live by yourself because it's 530 square feet. And you can get a condo in Queen Mary Park in Edmonton that's 530 square feet for 48,000.
Hey.
Allison mentioned that we had a lot of Ontario buyers buying in Alberta right now, and they were the biggest in migration in Canada, coming from Ontario. And we have some colleagues out there, and we reach out and we're like, "Hey, it's B.O.G.O," and they're like, "What? Yeah, buy one get one free here in Edmonton, so let's go, all right?" And like you can sell your $1 million dump in Toronto downtown and
Buy 10
I
condos.
don't know what the math is, but
Yeah, sorry, my math's not right.
Something like that.
a bunch of condos.
bunch.
Yeah. So I think that's awesome. As always, real estate is neighborhood specific, and so we're here to help as your area experts. And so if you're just curious on what's been going on in the market in your area, or you're thinking about making a move, we'd love to have a conversation with you. So reach out to any of us, and we're happy to help.
Have a great April.
See ya.
It's B.O.G.O.